Hey everyone, this is Tiffany here. I am part of the team, Tiffany and Ashley with LuLaroe. My sister and I started selling LuLaroe and became consultants a little over a year ago. And we just kind of wanted to share a little bit about the business. Maybe you've heard of LuLaroe because you went to a pop-up. Maybe you went to went to an online party that somebody was throwing for LuLaroe, or maybe you've never heard of LuLaroe before. But this is a good place to start. A little bit about LuLaroe before I get into pros and cons, which is what this video is going to be about. First of all, LuLaroe is a clothing company, if you didn't know that. Mostly women's fashion. They are now broadening their horizons and getting into men's fashion as well. But a majority of it is women's fashion. We do have children's pieces as well. So it's just a really fun clothing company. They pride themselves on being comfortable, which I can contest to. I am about 7 months pregnant. You'll see the bump. Oh. But I feel comfortable. And right now I'm wearing what's called a Cassie skirt, if you know anything about LuLaroe. And the Cassie skirt is a pencil skirt. And I could not go anywhere else and find a pencil skirt that I felt comfortable enough in to wear while I was pregnant. So, definitely an A+ in my book with LuLaroe, being able to make me feel comfortable. It is comfortable for every woman of every size. I don't care if you feel like you are super, super small and you have no figure. I don't care if you feel like you're plus size, because LuLaroe is made for everyone. It will make everybody feel beautiful, and that's pretty much the biggest reason I sell LuLaroe. And to kind of preface all of the pros and cons that I'm about to say, I am a teacher. I am constantly, I don't know why my thing keeps changing lights here, but I'm constantly wearing dresses and skirts and stuff like that, and it is very, very comfortable to wear. When I'm running around trying to go from, 6th period, and then I gotta go run over to a meeting, and I have my 30-minute lunch, and I have all these things to do, I feel very, very comfortable in my dresses. And sometimes when you're buying outfits and things from other places, you have to tug on it, and you have to kind of like adjust yourself all the time, and I just don't feel like I do that like at all when I'm at work, which is great. Also, my sister and I, like I said, are a team. We've been doing it for a little over a year, and I know I could kind of speak for her and myself and say that LuLaroe is the biggest blessing that has come into my life, besides obviously my husband and my family. But LuLaroe and starting this company has changed my life dramatically. I am financially able to do things that I wasn't able to do before. And I have also been able to bless other women's lives to be able to help them feel beautiful and confident. And that's probably the biggest reward I will ever get out of this business, is being able to help women feel beautiful about themselves. So let's get into it. Let's start. And sorry, I use my hands a lot when I'm teaching, so just FYI. Some pros. Let's start with some pros, because I'm a positive person. I want to start there. First pro is the potential to obviously earn money. Why would you do a business if you weren't going to make money off of it? Obviously. So the potential to earn money is incredible. You are going to be able to sell the clothes, because everything sells. I don't care if you think that one print is not really your style, because it's somebody's style, and it's somebody's favorite piece, and everything sells. And so the potential to earn money is incredible, especially because it is a newer company. People are just starting to learn about it. It's only a 3-year-old company. And so now it's starting to get people's attention. And once people try it on, trust me, they keep coming back. So the potential to earn money is incredible. Another thing that is a pro is the LuLaroe culture. Let me explain LuLaroe culture a little bit. I have had the opportunity in the past year to be able to literally get to know the founders, creators, the CEO, the vice president of, financial stuff for LuLaroe, the people that are doing trainings, sales, consultant support, everybody in what they call home office or the LuLaroe headquarters are there to constantly help you. They are determined to help spread the LuLaroe love. And not only are they spreading the LuLaroe love from the top level, but also as consultants. As I said before, we just got back from a LuLaroe convention this past weekend. There was over 6,000 consultants there. And at this convention, we were able to share stories and help each other with business tips. And that's the kind of business I want to be a part of. I don't want to be a part of something that's cutthroat. I don't want to be a part of something where feel like I'm being put down, and where I feel like people aren't going to share ideas. The beauty of LuLaroe is that's what we do. We share, we love, and we accept and embrace everybody's different cultures, everybody's different opinions, and everybody's different lifestyles. And that's what I like about LuLaroe. Another pro about LuLaroe is that you don't have to be the one creating the product. You're not the one out there grabbing a sewing machine and sewing everything and spending that time. You're spending your time doing sales and helping your team underneath you. You don't have to create it. And that's a pro, at least to me, because I am not a sewer. I can do a light stitch here or there or whatever, but I'm definitely not as creative and not as, just creative as some of these people at LuLaroe. And probably the last pro I'll talk about is what you put into the business, you'll get out of it. If you decide you want to do this full-time, you're going to get full-time rewards from this business. So whatever you put into it, you get out of it. If you want to do this part-time, then you will get part-time rewards for it. So it's what you put into it. The time, the energy, the love that you put into it will come back to you. So let's move on to cons. Some cons that you probably hear, maybe your husband will question it because my husband sure did. So some cons. First of all, time. You are going to be spending time. It's a business. Treat it like a business. Understand that a business takes time and it takes energy. For me, being pregnant, that's really hard because I'm tired a lot. But I know that the time I put into it, like I said, I'm going to get a reward out of it. So whatever time you put into LuLaroe, just know that it's probably going to be a lot, especially at the beginning. When you get your initial inventory and you have 7 boxes worth of clothes sitting on your front doorstep, and you got to go and picture them, and you got to get ready for a pop-up, those things are going to take time. To me, that's not a con, but for some people, maybe that is. Because I understand that businesses, no matter what you do when you're first starting out, it's going to take time. Another con is the question of will it sell? And as I said before in the pro section, everything sells. But sometimes people feel like, oh, I've had this item for a month. It's not going to sell. Okay, understand that not everything's going to sell right away, but everything does sell eventually. Um, and that's something that sometimes people don't have the patience for. So just understand that maybe not everything's going to sell right away. Another con is the initial investment. Know that to start LuLaroe, it's going to take between $5,000 and $6,000. And what you are doing with that money is you are getting your initial inventory. That is about 400 pieces, depending on obviously what you get. But that's about 400 pieces. So you're getting 400 pieces being sent to you. And having that initial investment of $6,000 can sometimes sound really daunting. A little bit about Ashley and I, we started, like I said, a little over a year ago. We made our initial investment back in 6 weeks. Some people make it back a lot quicker. Some people make it back a lot slower. And like I said, it's the time, it's the energy that you put into your business. We decided when we first started, we actually earned our initial back in 6 weeks, and then we had LuLaroe convention start. We had made our initial back plus a few other $1,000, and we were like, okay, this is great. We're going to pay that back. We're going to put a little bit of money into new inventory. And sure enough, we went to a convention and decided to take the rest of that money that we had earned. So we decided to take about $7,000, put it back into our business. And we doubled our inventory, and that was probably the best decision we made, was because we had so much inventory, we were able to show a variety to our customers. And customers love variety. And having that inventory has helped our business grow. So that's just a little tidbit for you. Another con, I would say, is that there is going to be lots and lots of time spent on your computers or on your phones through social media. So Facebook, Instagram, Periscopes, YouTubes, things like that. You're going to be spending a lot of time on social media. Granted, a lot of people already spend a lot of time on social media, so why not make money off of it? So for me, that's not really a con, like I said again, but maybe for people that aren't really into social media, that might be a con, to have to learn something new with computers or with your phone. Another con is that you're getting a lot of inventory. Obviously, that inventory is going to take up space. A lot of consultants have what's called a Lula room. In that Lula room, you have all of your stuff in there, and that takes up an entire room, or it takes up space. And for my sister and I, we have a dedicated Lula room. And we just understand that it's going to take up space. You obviously have inventory, so just know you're going to be taking up space. Sorry, my computer keeps going off. Last con would be that you don't have necessarily 100% creative control over your products. So, sorry, pregnancy brain. You're not going to be the one creating it necessarily, so you're not the one over there sewing, and you're not the one creating the prints and coming up with the ideas in that sense. I personally love to shop on Etsy as well for different things for my home and stuff, and I know a lot of them are spending a lot of time creating the items. That's something that we don't have to do. So for some people that are very creative, that might be a con, that you don't get to be in the creative process in that sense. But you do get to be creative in the sense that you're going to be creating graphics and different things that will help you share your business. You're going to be the one out there being creative in that sense. So, I mean, it's just a different kind of creative, and so that might be a con for you. Kind of to finish out here, I wanted to share a little bit about how LuLaroe gives back to the community. It gives back in a lot of different ways, but one way is through a project called Project Shine. And Project Shine is a nonprofit organization out of Arizona. What they do there is they help students in high school that would probably not be able to afford to go to college be able to afford college. So what they do is they come up with different ways for them to work to be able to earn money that's not like having to go to a job maybe that they're not getting paid very well at or things like that. So this is a nonprofit organization to help these students. One thing that LuLaroe has done is that they have created with one of the students over there a print. I'm wearing it in my skirt today. They created these prints, and these prints were sold to consultants, and consultants either can keep them for themselves or they can sell them or whatnot. And the profit goes to helping that organization. And with each one comes this necklace. And with that necklace comes a story about each of these students. And to me, that's amazing that LuLaroe is able to give back to the community in that sense. Especially as a teacher, education is important to me. Education, and especially higher education for students that maybe would not be able to get there themselves financially. Being a part of a company that understands how to help really makes me proud. It makes me grateful to be a part of such a great movement. Anyways, going to close out right there. I hope that was a little bit helpful for some of you that have been thinking about becoming a LuLaroe consultant. If you have any other questions, concerns, comments, please feel free to message us. Our link to our Facebook is in the profile, so please go ahead and message us, join our VIP page, or come to our business page and ask us any question that you may have. I hope you have a great day. Bye.